What's going on, guys? Matty here, and we're back with another video. This is somewhat of a follow-up to a video that I did last week called Former Fat Kid, and what it was like dealing with my struggles, because the response was so powerful just through people messaging me, on Instagram, DMing me saying that they thought they were the only one going through this stuff. And whatever you think you're going through and you think you're alone, you're not. So this is just kind of a quick message I wanted to share about a post I made on Instagram yesterday. So I talked about, and you've heard it a million times, I've shared my story about how much it sucks to be overweight and how much it sucks to be insecure and self-conscious and to have to wear a shirt in the pool, all that. You guys have heard that story. But what I never really shared and never came out and talked about was how my journey to trying to get abs actually made me miserable and ruined my life. So the title is not clickbait, and I'm going to just share a quick story with you guys. So just for reference, the picture I'm throwing up on the screen right now was actually taken back in 2011. So the journey to abs, it was my biggest goal. Coming from someone who was overweight, the only thing I ever wanted was a six-pack. I didn't know if I can ever achieve one. I used to read through magazines and flip through different articles and say, I want to look like that guy. I want to look like that guy. Why does my stomach look like this? How can I get those abs? That was my main focus. I had laser focus on trying to get abs. And that's just simply because I didn't like what I looked like. I was tired of wearing hoodies. I legit had a hoodie for every single day of the week. I would just cycle through them. I would wear oversized baggy clothes to kind of hide my physique. It sucked, especially when you're going through those years of developing yourself. You're in your teens, you're late teens, you're in high school, and you're constantly being judged because that's what high school's all about. And now even more so with social media being so prevalent. And I just thought to myself, if I had abs, everything would be different. Everything for me would change. It would boost my confidence and people would look at me differently. And they did. People were looking at me saying, why is your face all sucked in? Why do you look so skinny and small? You look like you're starving yourself. And I was just thinking, these people are jealous. They're jealous that I was able to commit myself and be disciplined enough to get something that I wanted, abs. So I worked my ass off, and they're jealous that they can't do it. They don't have the discipline and they're not able to put in the work to get there. But that was myself with this clouded mind thinking that what I did is something that someone else can't do. And it's just a horrible place to be in. The truth is, they were actually right. Deep down, I was unhappy. And the thing that I always wanted, that I worked so hard for, abs, suddenly turned against me. And remember, keep in mind, this is before there was tons of information on training and nutrition all over the internet. Social media was not half as big as it is now. So I did what I thought was right. And I was clearly wrong, but I just did what I thought was right. And I ran myself into the ground in pursuit of something that was so superficial. And I was selfish and I was self-obsessed. But since then, I've learned, I've grown, and I've changed, clearly. I spent years working on my true identity. Why did I want this thing so bad? What did it actually mean? And I'm not trying to get all philosophical or psychological, anything like that. I'm just trying to open people's eyes to this because I know so many people deal with it. And the reason I know is because the overwhelming amount of DMs that I got on Instagram when I posted the picture and the caption. So I had to spend hundreds of hours educating myself. And what ended up happening was I dedicated my life to this. This is what I do full time. I dedicated my life to helping other people enrich theirs. And I have no regrets. It's probably good that I went through what I went through, and I did run myself into the ground, and I was selfish and self-obsessed, because now I can relate with a lot of people and try and have them escape that if they're currently in that mindset, or just steer them in another direction so they don't go down that path. The best part about it now is if I want abs, I know exactly how to get abs. I know what I need to do in order to achieve them. If I want to get bigger, if I want to get faster and stronger, I know exactly the steps I need to take. And I know it's going to take a lot of time and hard work and patience and discipline and all those words that people like to use. You're going to grind all day. You have to put in the work to achieve it, but I know how to do that and how to add it into my life instead of letting it consume my life. And the main takeaway here is your physique doesn't dictate who you are. And I thought it did. I thought that having abs and getting lean was going to make me a different person, a better person. I was going to have all this confidence. I was going to be much more outgoing. People were going to like me and look at me differently. And like I said, they looked at me differently, but in a negative way. And I deserved it because of what I put myself through and what I put them through in order for me to get from point A to point B, which is where I wanted to be. And then when I got there, I realized this isn't what I thought it was going to be. So you have to understand that you are in control. So if you're working towards a specific physique or a specific goal, you have to make sure and ask yourself why, and give it thought. Actually write down the reasons why you want to achieve a specific physique or a specific goal, and ask yourself, are you doing it for yourself or to impress others? Remember, the journey of hard work and discipline and all that stuff in your fitness life should have carryover to your actual life. So you could bust your ass in the gym, but are you working hard in other areas of your life? Are you working hard if you're in school? Are you working hard at your job, on your relationships? All of that should work together. And fitness should be a part of your life, not all of it. So please don't take this lightly, because I've let it run and ruin my life for years, and I got lost in who I actually was. So if you do think that this message can help someone, I encourage you guys to like the video. It does help it get seen, or share it with someone who needs to hear this message. And I do want to say, I know I'm saying this at the end of the video. I probably should have said it at the beginning. Abs does not make you a bad person. Working hard to get a six-pack does not make you a terrible person. There are people who are genetically gifted. There are people who work hard and get lean, and they can sustain that lifestyle while balancing the rest of their life. They don't let fitness control them. But for the people who might be overweight and the only thing they care about is abs because they think it's going to make them a different person, or it's going to bring something out in them that wasn't there before just because they have a six-pack, that's not the way it works. So if you want to work towards abs and that's your goal, that's awesome. More power to you, and I hope you just do it in a healthy way and don't let it ruin other areas of your life. So don't sacrifice relationships, friendships, and family life just because you want abs. That makes sense? So thank you guys for listening to this message. I really hope it resonates with someone. I'm sure it will, because again, I got a lot of DMs from my post on Instagram. So plug, if you're not following me on Instagram, I post a lot of content on there. I love hearing from you guys, and I respond to just about every single DM that I get. So again, thank you for the support. I appreciate it. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. And until next time, if you're not subscribed, do that. Turn the notifications on so you know when I post new videos, and I'll talk to you guys all in the next video.